Welcome back to the Doug and Commish Show, and continuing the preview of Week 3 games. The first game that we have is Toilet Town, who is 0-2, versus Annex, or as we like to call him, New Guy. And Toilet Town has Javid Best on the bench, putting up 46 points last week. If you were to play Javid Best, who would you play Javid Best for?
Well, I tell you what, Doug. Being a Loin fan, I have a hard time with this one. But just to answer the question, I would put Jamal Charles on the bench because for some reason, Thomas Jones is getting more carries than him. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. I just don't understand that. So I would put Best in while he is obviously a ginormous weapon, and he's also getting all the carries in D-Town.
Yep. So you put Javid Best on the bench for Jamal Charles. Now, DJ's got crabs, and it just doesn't seem like he can get rid of them right now.
He's got a case of the crabs, and he's not producing. He's just irritating.
You would say maybe like an itch you can't get rid of.
He's just there. Just enough to irritate you.
Yeah. Well, either way, he's got him still in the starting lineup, and he's also got Mike Sims-Walker. The big critique on Mike Sims-Walker in the offseason is the fact that he's just not consistent enough.
And we saw that so far. Yeah.
Zero receptions and 10 receptions. So does he go back and forth each week? What would you say here? Good week or bad week for Mike Sims-Walker?
I'm going to go bad week.
Okay.
But you still got to play with him. No, you don't. Scratch that, kids. You don't have to do that.
But you got Mike Sims-Walker. So what are you going to do with him?
You got to play him. You got to play the guys you drafted. You drafted Walker. You play him. Just be prepared for a 0, but also be excited if he provides you a 16.
He also picked up Antonio Gates in a trade with the Jockey that seems to be a very good trade for both teams. Seems to meet some of the needs. DJ had a very deep bench, and so he was able to get rid of him and pick up Antonio Gates. So pretty good move by DJ.
It is. And if I could just give DJ one piece of advice real quickly, play Gates. Don't put him on your bench. Play Gates.
Yeah. As far as New Guy goes, very closed door. Not really seeing much.
Awkward at the get-go. I don't understand why you wouldn't let the media into your practices when you've done it the first 2 weeks. I mean, what's changed over there?
Seems like quite the change. But he didn't fill out, he hasn't put anything in his roster right now. And I guess I'm having a hard time right now because the other team isn't playing who they're playing based on who you set in your roster. It's not like you're playing a 4-3 and you're trying to prepare and this and that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I actually think I'm going to go as bold to say it's stupid and childish. Fill out your roster. Fill out your roster. It doesn't matter what DJ plays. You're going to play your best guys. He's going to play his best guys. Sorry. It's irritating.
I don't fully understand the theology behind it, but apparently NG thinks it is appropriate, and while most of the league is not 2-0 and NG is 2-0, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one and say not filling out your roster is cool.
Okay. Well, I'm picking Toilet Town as a result of not filling out your roster. Fill out your roster. That's all I'm saying.
I am taking I'm taking Toilet Town as well.
Okay.
Some of it because I don't know what NG is actually going to do with himself. That scares me a little bit. And also, it's just time, man. It's time for the Toilet Town. I think that he'll get his spirit right and actually start the right players with Best and Gates and maybe relieve himself of some crabs. I think this is the week he gets a win.
All right. We move on to Jockey versus Sass. Jockey has Matt Schaub going. Very good matchup for Matt Schaub against Dallas. But some risky plays on the wide receiver end with Mark Clayton and Heinz Ward. Mark Clayton has gotten a lot of targets, so that's good. But again, we're really relying on a rookie running back or rookie quarterback for those throws. And you also got Soft Batch throwing Heinz Ward.
Well, I tell you what, Soft Batch is a good old vet. I don't mind the play of Soft Batch. I also think that helps Ward with the hot routes, the quick slants. That plays to Soft Batch's strengths. I'm also a fan of Bradford so far.
Mm-hmm.
He's made some stupid throws, but he's a rookie.
Yeah.
But he's also made some really nice professional throws. I think Clayton will continue to get 9, 10, 11, 12 targets a week. Could be a steal for the desk jockey.
You also have desk jockey picked up Ahmad Bradshaw, and Santana Moss should be pretty good plays this week as well.
Very nice.
Sass, on the other Sass side of things, he's playing D'Angelo Williams. D'Angelo Williams, they're starting a rookie quarterback there. Do you think D'Angelo Williams faces 7, 8, or 9 people in the box?
Well, if I was to defend the Panthers, I would play probably a touch of a cover 2 with Steve Smith, make sure he doesn't beat me deep, and then play a very large amount of people in the box to get rid of Stewart and Williams.
Yep.
Clausen wasn't great at Notre Dame. I don't know how good he is as a pro, but I mean, he's going to make stupid throws no matter how good he is.
Yep.
This is his first NFL start.
Now, he also has Eddie Royal and Demaryius Thomas from the Denver Broncos as in his starting lineup. He doesn't have much options on his bench. But really, with that, that's a risky thing. I mean, putting 2 wide receivers on the same team on your starting roster, they both, last time I checked, touchdowns don't get credited to 2 people. They only get credited to 1 as far as wide receivers. They'll give credit, obviously, to the quarterback, but...
I mean, that's a smug statement right there, but it's very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You only do get 6 points to 1 player.
Yeah.
You can't share that amongst other teammates.
Mm-hmm.
You would think the Sass would know that, but then again, I mean, he's living on a high right now. After his comeback victory over the trash.
Mm-hmm.
So that roster may not be 100% accurate, as he might not care right now.
What happens?
Because he's still celebrating with his victory.
We also got Nappy Adifo versus the Nips. Both 0-2 teams.
It's a barn burner.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who did we pick for these Jockey and Sass matchup? I'm going to go with Jockey.
I am going to take Jockey with a little bit of awkward reasoning. I think Bradshaw, Moss, and Keller, the guys that he got from the toiletries, are going to be so relieved they're not in Toilet Town that they're going to, all 3, have big games and lead the Jockey to a victory.
Nappy Foe versus Nips. We've got MJD. I think this is his bounce back game. You saw what Javid Best did against the Eagles, and I would dare say MJD's probably better than Javid Best. I don't maybe taking a bold statement here.
No, I don't think that's bold. I think that's common sense right there. I'm with you. I think MJD should have a good game. The only thing that worries me is his quarterback play is just horrendous.
True.
That worries me a little bit. But MJD, look for a good day in the screen game, which is where Best did most of his damage.
Steve Smith, as far as the wide receiver from the Giants going against Tennessee, should have a decent day.
I love the Giants at home. They play excellent football at home.
Vicente Shenko and Pierre Garcon.
Loins. I mean, look at the matchup that the Vikings have. Tight ends kill the Loins. Wide receivers kill the Loins. The Shank is going to have a good week.
Drew Brees on the other side of things for the Nips playing Atlanta. And then you've also got a bunch of backup running backs playing for the Nips. Donald Brown did have a good week, but again, they just ran the ball so much against the Giants. I read somewhere that the Colts, that was the fewest they've thrown in a very, very long time.
Yeah, I don't look for that to be the trend. But on the bright side for the Nips, if he gets 2 points out of both of his running backs combined, it's a 100% increase.
Yep, correct. He's also got Fitzgerald versus Oakland. They're going against Nshambi Ashima.
I don't like it.
Doesn't seem to be a very good fit. But T.O. Should be doing okay.
Yeah, he could have a big day. Probably the best day he'll have is a Bengal.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, on this side of things, I'm going to go ahead and take Foe on this one. And you?
I'm also taking Foe. And I think this is the beginning of the panic cycle for the Nipple.
All right. Well, that is it for the first set of games for our Week 3 preview. We'll be right back after our messages from Thomas Auto Collision, and we'll finish the Week 3 previews.